Oh, we're back again. It's one of the biggest tests that we're going to face this season. It's Newcastle United against Man City here at St James's Park. It's coming up. Welcome back to the channel, Tyneside Life. My name's Eddie. You could say that I provide an alternative view to Newcastle United Football Club, but I also do videos about history and culture of Newcastle and the general Tyneside area. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification every time I release a new video. And you can probably notice I'm already trying out some new systems with Matchday Vlogs. There's going to be a few videos out today. This one is a pre-match thoughts and analysis, if you like, so keep your eye out for other videos I'm going to be doing before the game, but also after the game with post-match interviews. First of all, big potential transfer news. Newcastle, according to Fabrizio Romano in a tweet this morning, has suggested that Newcastle United have made a verbal approach to Watford with a third offer of 25 million with £5 million of add-ons for João Pedro, their 20-year-old Brazilian centre-forward. So we're just waiting to have confirmation with that. He's actually out this weekend with an ankle injury. It's also been suggested in one or two sources that he's been put on some sort of leave. I don't know if that's true or not, but it certainly looks like potentially there may be some developments with this approach for João Pedro. Now, do I personally think today the centre-forward is worth 25 million with £5 million in add-ons? Of course I don't. I don't think anybody thinks he's worth that today. Clearly Eddie Howe and Dan Ashworth and the rest of the team see João Pedro as a player that they can develop, that he has potential, but he also has the characteristics and the personality and the right motivations to become a great player under Newcastle United. And as far as that's concerned, that's good enough for me. Second big news being announced today, Newcastle United women's team have now been brought under the auspices of Newcastle United Football Club to become a professional outfit. And how cool is that? The Newcastle United Foundation, where they have been getting looked after have done a fantastic job, but it's now time under Amanda Staveley and the rest of the ownership to take the women's team to the next level. The girls of the team must be absolutely thrilled to bits, and Becky Langley has been made a full-time manager now of Newcastle United women's team. And there is a promise of 2 more matches going to be played at St James's Park here. They had their last game of the season in May against Alnwick Town. They won 4-0. There was 22,000 fans there. So it's a really exciting time for Newcastle United women's as they go through this new restructuring programme. But also as well, they're going to be introducing a development programme for the women's team where they can nurture and bring through all this talented crop of young female footballers that we have in the area that can progress into the Newcastle women's team. They're currently in the National League Division 1, the 4th tier of women's football, with massive potential and dreams to get us into the Premier League. So well done, girls. Personally, I'm going to be covering the women's team a lot more this season, and I aim to go to their first home game. I think it's the first home game against Hull on Sunday the 4th of September. Another little bit of news was out a few days ago. The PIF have entered into some investment of a hotel chain with the new Chelsea ownership. I won't go down into the details, but it's a non-story. It has nothing to do with Newcastle United. It has no bearing on the club's finances. It's a non-story. I don't know what else to say. So today it's against Man City. We haven't beaten Man City for like 150 years. Certainly under the management of Pep Guardiola. Last season we lost 5-0 at their place and 4-0 here. The scorelines may have flattered them slightly. Nonetheless, we were well and truly played off the park. Eddie Howe sees this game against Man City, and when we play Liverpool, as the ultimate test for Newcastle United. It's a barometer to see where we are as a club at the moment. Every department that they play in, they have world-class players, so this is going to be a really tough game today. We're also going to have a look at Erling Haaland, the 6'4" Norwegian centre-forward. What a player he is. Not to mention there's 1 or 2 players you might not have heard of who are pretty good. Kevin De Bruyne, Foden. We've also got Calvin Phillips, he might be making an appearance today. Silva. Just everywhere you look, the talent in that squad is unbelievable. But also as well, you've got Jack Grealish, after he made a bit of a tit of yourself last season with the comments towards Almiron. If he's playing today, he's going to get a roasting off the Newcastle fans, and rightly so. What an idiot. I mean, I've got the utmost admiration for Jack Grealish as a footballer. I think he's brilliant, huge admiration, but for those comments he made when he was half cut, you know, it's just not on, and he just made himself out to be a stupid, infantile idiot. So let's see what happens today with that. Talking of Miggy Almiron, Eddie Howe mentioned him in his press conference. Eddie clearly sees Miggy as crucial to the Newcastle United team this season. He named him specifically as being our standout man against Brighton. The work rate he goes through is second to none in our Newcastle side. It just lacks that little bit of finesse with the finishing touches and assists. But that's some tweaking that needs to happen, because he's going to be a great player for us if he manages to score a few goals and make some assists. Team selection, I've ummed and ahed about this one personally. I thought initially he might go for a 5-3-1, but I'm going for a 4-3-3 again, or his normal formation. With Matt Targett uncertain as he's going to play today, I think Eddie's going to make a last-minute decision on that. My personal feeling is that I think he'll stick with the side that played against Brighton, even if Matt Targett is fit. And if he is, I think he might be on the bench. And the reason I think that, by putting Dan Burn at left back with Botman in the middle with Shaw and Trippier on the right, is I think he might want that extra bit height in the defence with Erling Haaland and the threat that he poses. That's just my personal opinion. But as for the midfield three, the same, and of course the same three up front, and we'll just go from there. My score predictions for today: this is going to be a really tough match. If I have to take my Newcastle United hat off, you'd have to say Man City will probably win this game. I don't think they're going to, if they do win, win by the same scoreline they did last season, 5-0 and 4-0. I think it'll be a lot tighter affair. Having said that, if I put my Newcastle United hat back on, are we capable of getting a result today and beating Man City? Of course we are. If we play at our absolute best with a high intensity, getting on the front foot from the start, getting stuck in to the Man City players, closing them down with a Newcastle fan base roaring from the very start, and we'll get an early goal, we're capable of causing an upset today. But it's going to have to be like that, and Man City are going to have a bit of an off day for us to get anything from this game. So what do I think? I'm going to go for a very optimistic draw, but it is an optimistic forecast. But anyway, that's the end of this video. I'm going to get myself mixed up with the Newcastle fans and the Man City fans. If I can find them, I'm going to head down to Victoria Comet. Don't forget, there's loads more videos coming out for this particular match. I'll catch you shortly.